everyone, Amanda here. Today we're going to be going through a full body dumbbell workout. So let's get started with a low impact warm up. Let's just start out by stretching across the body, reaching through the back of the shoulder and the mid back. Really getting that nice big stretch through that upper body here. And let's take these stretches up and over. Reach it up, pressing the palm up toward the ceiling, stretching through the lats. Breathing through this. Next, we're going to take this into core movement. Plant your feet, tuck your elbows in, set your shoulder blades back, and let's gently twist through the core to brace the abs. Keeping those elbows in nice and tight, warming up once again through the back, through the spine, breathing through. We're going to open up that core a little bit more here. Let's stack our forearms, set the shoulder blades back. We're going to take the right arm back, look to your palm as you extend, bring it in, take it over to the other side, exhale on the extension, twisting through the core. Breathing through this. Twisting, keeping the hips facing forward. So it's just the back and shoulders that are twisting here. And shake it out. Up next, we're going to take it into legs. Let's go into some high knees. Now we're going to go a little bit wider so that we're opening up those hips a little bit. Our first moves are going to be squats. So we want to make sure that our hips are open and warm. Breathe through this. All right, let's add the arms. We're going to tap on top of the thighs, warming up through the lower body, twisting through the core. 2 more here. Shake it out. All right, let's go into our first move. We're starting out with a goblet squat. Now, we're going to squat nice and wide here with our toes flared. The weight that you choose is up to you. We're going to be using 1 dumbbell, holding it at the chest. For me, I'm going to be using a 15. So check your foot position. Your knees should be pointing in the same direction as the toes. So the toes should be slightly flared. Lift your chest and set your shoulder blades back. We're going to go for 8 squats here. Ready? Here we go. Squatting down. 8. Try to keep your chest pushed out. Shoulder blades pulled back. We want to try to get nice and low in these squats so that the thighs are parallel to the floor, but go to the depth that feels right for you. 3, 2, 1 more here. 1. Now we're just going to switch our grip. And now I'm going to wrap my fingers around the head of the dumbbell with my thumbs on top. From here, we're going to squat down and try to touch the dumbbell down toward the floor. Shoulder blades back. Let's go for another 8. Here we go. 8. Now, if you can't make it all the way down to the floor, that's no problem. Go to the depth of the squat that feels right for you. Push your chest out. Try to get nice and low, keeping your weight on your heels. 2 more here. 2, 1. Let's lower the dumbbell down. We're going to give ourselves a 20-second break, but an active rest. We're going to go into a 20-second hamstring curl. Let's get ready. Here we go. 20 seconds on the clock. Add the arms if you like. Kick it up. This is just going to give our grip a little bit of a break because we're going to take it into a shoulder press after this. Breathing through. Standing tall, chest lifted, pull those shoulder blades back and shake it out. We're going to take this into a shoulder press. So for this, you can have your palms facing in or facing out. Once again, the weight is up to you. We're going to be doing 8 reps. So, feet shoulder width apart, palms facing in or out, lift the chest. Let's go into a regular 2-arm shoulder press. Here we go. Exhale up, pushing in, pulling down. Exhale, inhale. Slow and controlled on the bottom of the movement. Don't rush through that lowering phase. Keep the pace relatively the same on the up and the down. We've got 2 more. but we're not done with shoulder press yet. One more here. And bring it in. Rotate your palms in. Tuck your elbows in slightly. From here, we're going to take our right arm, rotate, extending over to the left side. Bring it in, and then left arm over to the right side. Let's go for 8. Here we go. 8. Really extending. 7. Pushing through. 6. Twisting through the core. 5. Breathing through this. 4. Keep it up, keep it up. 3. 2. One more here. 1. And set one dumbbell down or switch out your weight for that goblet squat. We're going back to 8 reps. So once again, I'm going to use my 15. Nice wide stance. Check that your knees are tracking in the same direction as your toes. Lift your chest, set your shoulder blades back. Let's go for 8 reps. Here we go. 8. Try to get nice and low here. 7. Pull your shoulder blades back. 6. Make sure that the upper body is engaged throughout the squat so that we're not rounding through the shoulders. Breathing through it. 2 more. 2. And 1. Once again, change that grip up. We're going to go down for 8, touching down to the floor or as low as you can get. Here we go, chest out. 8. Breathing through, nice and deep in those squats. You got it. Exhale up. Inhale down. Pushing through this. 4. 3. 2. 1. And lower it down. Once again, we're giving ourselves that 20-second hamstring curl active rest. Ready? Here we go. Curl it up. Nice and easy here. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. You can do it. This one is just a chance to get your heart rate up, stay warm, but allow your grip to take a rest. And shake it out. We're back to our shoulder press. Once again, I'm going with 15s, but the weight is up to you. Feet shoulder width apart. Staying tall, you can have palms facing out, palms facing in, whatever feels right for your shoulders. Gentle bend in the knees, lifting the chest. Ready? 2 arms. Here we go. 8. Abs are in. 7. Bring your upper arm parallel to the floor at the bottom of the movement. Try not to go too much lower than that on this one. Breathing through this. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. 2. You can do it. 1. Remember, we're not done with shoulder press yet. Take those elbows in nice and tight. Right arm twisting to the left. Here we go. Press it up. 8. Twist left. 7. And the right side. 6. Breathe through. 5. Keep the core strong. That's it. You can do it. 1 more here. Whew. Shake it out. Lower it down. Grab a water break, and we'll take it to our next round. So catch your breath here. Our next round is going to start off with lunges. Now, the depth of the lunge is totally up to you. If you prefer to go into a shallower lunge, it's more of a staggered stance. You can also go into sort of a half lunge with that back knee slightly bent, or all the way down into that full lunge. It's your call. Now we're going to be adding a dumbbell to this. I'm going to be using a 10. We're going to twist through the core to the side. So if you prefer, you can do this without weight, but we're going to hold the dumbbell at the chest, and from here, turning, twisting the core to the same side as the forward knee. All right, let's get ready here. Select your weight. I'm going a little bit lighter on this one. Step forward into the depth of your lunge of your choice. Sink down into that lunge, set the shoulder blades back, and let's twist to the same side as the forward leg for 6. Here we go. 6. Back to the middle. 5. Twisting through the core. 4. Exhale on the twist. 3. Try to stay in that lunge. 2. 1 more here. 1. Shake it out. Let's take it to the other leg. Step it back. Sink down into your preferred lunge stance. Set your shoulder blades back. Let's go for 6. 6. Breathing through it. 5. Abs are in. 4, keep this up, 3, twist through the core here, 2, one more, woo, shake it out. From here, we're gonna take this into another version of the core twist. This time, we're going to be semi-squatting. Once again, you can select your weight. We're going to twist and twist. This time, 12 reps, alternating sides. Once again, I'm going with my 10-pound dumbbell. The weight is up to you. Nice wide squat stance, semi-squatting down. Roll the shoulder blades back. Let's start to the right. Here we go. 1, middle, 2, back to the middle. That's it. Twisting and bracing, squeezing the core. Imagine that someone's gonna punch you in the stomach and you're bracing for that punch. Keep this going. 2 more. 1 left here. And shake it out. Go ahead and lower that dumbbell down. We're gonna take this into our 20-second active rest cardio. This one is going to be a high knee march. Ready? Let's go. March it up. That's it. This should feel nice and easy. We're staying warm, but we're giving our grip and our legs a little bit of a break. Breathing through. You got this. 3, 2, 1. All right, shake it out. Up next, we're gonna take it into a static bicep curl. This one is gonna look a little different than your regular bicep curl. So I would recommend going with your next weight down from what you normally curl. In this one, we're going to hold the weight static in a curl position in the right hand, and then we're going to curl 6 curls on the other arm, and then we're going to switch. All right, so I'm going to go with 10s here. Select your weight, curl your elbow, set the right arm back to make sure that your chest is not caving in, chest is lifted. Left arm is hanging down. We're going to curl for 6, nice and slow. Here we go, curl it up. 6, holding the weight in the right hand in that static position. 5, slow and controlled here. 4, keeping tension on in that bicep curl. 3, 90-degree angle at the elbow. 2, one more here, and then we're going to switch it up. 1. So next, switch that left arm into a static curl position. Set the shoulder blades back. 6 curls on the right side. Here we go. 6. Breathing through nice and slow. 5. While this one might not feel very tough right now, we are going to do another type of curl right after this. So be prepared to go directly into a hammer curl. And shake this out. Both palms facing in, dumbbells up, and we're going to curl so that the head of the dumbbell comes up and touches the shoulder. Set the shoulder blades back. This time we're going for 12. Here we go. 1. Now if at any time you're too fatigued to keep going, try to switch off to an alternating curl. That's still going to help to fatigue the muscle, but give each arm just a little bit of a break in between to allow you to keep pushing. You've got this. Curl it up nice and slow. Exhale on the up, inhale on the down. Really working through those biceps. Forearms should be getting tired. Let's go for 2 more. 2. You can see why we use lighter weight. 1. All right, lower this down. Shake it out. I'm going to stick with my 10 for my lunging twists. So select your weight for your twist. Let's go into our lunge position. Select the depth of your lunge. Set your shoulder blades back. And we're going to twist to the same side as the forward leg. Ready? Here we go for 6. 6. Abs are in. 5. Twisting through that core, keeping the weight close to your chest. Breathing through this. 2. One more here. 1. Shake it out. Let's take it to the other side. Lower down into that lunge position. Set the shoulder blades back and down. Let's twist to the same side as the forward leg. Here we go. 6. Breathing through it. 5. Abs are in here. 4. Twisting through the core. 3. Keep it up, keep it up. 2, stay close to the chest here. 1. I'm sticking with the same weight, going into our semi-squatting core twist. So nice and wide stance, lower down, 12 twists. Ready? Starting to the right. Here we go. 1, back to middle. 2, bracing those abs, squeezing through the obliques. Exhale on the twist. Breathe through it. That's it. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. We're going to take it back into our 20-second march. Marching out, giving our grip a break. Ready? Let's go. March it out here. You can lift your knees as high as you like, whatever feels comfortable for you. Catch your breath here. 10 seconds down. We're halfway. You got it. 3, 2, 1. All right, shake it out. Back to biceps. Remember, this one is going to feel a lot tougher than that first set, so select your weight accordingly. I'm sticking with the same weight. So we're starting off with that static curl on the right arm, rolling the shoulder blades back. Let's go for 6 curls with the left arm. Here we go. 6. Keep tension on that bicep by maintaining that curl position. Exhale on the curl, that's it. Inhale on the lower. 2 more on this side. 2. And 1. All right, let's switch it up. Left hand comes into the static curl, shoulder blades are back. Right arm curls, here we go. 6. Exhale, 5. Squeeze it up, 4. We're keeping the weight light because we've got a lot of reps. 2 more, 2 more. 1 more here, and then we go directly into 12 hammer curls. Here we go. 1, shoulder blades are back, chest is lifted. 2, remember, you can alternate if you need to. If you're feeling fatigued, go ahead and switch to that alternating curl, but keep the chest lifted. Try not to cave forward with those shoulders. Halfway, keep it up. 7, exhale up. 8, breathe through it. 9, keep this going. 10, 2 more, you can do it. Breathing through, 1 left. And lower it down. Shake it out, grab a water break. We'll take it to our next round. And for this next round, I would recommend using a stool or a chair for bent over rows. Now, I will show you an option if you don't have a chair in your workout space. Here, I'm going to bring my stool over to my weight section. And from here, I like to use the stool to place my hand on top so that it helps me to keep my back flat. So if you place one hand on the stool, the dumbbell will be on the opposite side, and then step that same side back. Now it's a lot easier to round your back when your feet are together. When your feet are in that staggered stance, it allows you to lift your bum, push your chest out, and maintain that hip and back position through the entire row. Now if you prefer, you don't have to have a chair. You can still stagger your feet, just place that other hand just on top of your thigh. So a couple options there for you. So for this one, I'm going to be going with a 15-pound dumbbell, and we'll be doing 10 rows on each arm. So let's get started. Into that row position, either hand on your thigh, hand on your chair or your bench. Walk that other foot back so you're in a staggered stance, lift your bum and push your chest out. Ready? Let's row it up for 10 reps. Here we go. 1. Try to keep your hips and shoulders square to the floor so we're not twisting through the core on the row. Breathing through this. 6. Keep that weight nice and tight to the torso. 7. Lift that elbow up nice and high. 8. Pushing through it. 9. 1 more on this arm. 10. All right, shake it out. We're going to switch sides. Other leg comes back. Push your chest out. Staggered stance position. Heel is down on that back leg. Ready? Here we go. 10. Breathing through. 9. Remember, keep the hips and the shoulders square. You can do it. 6. Breathing through this. 5. Pull. 4. That's it. Get that elbow up nice and high. 2 left. 2. And 1. Lower this dumbbell down. From here, we're going to use a lighter weight. We're going to be going into a rear delt fly. Now, it's up to you. If you prefer, you can do this one body weight. If you have a set of resistance bands at home, you can do it standing. However, I'm going to be using the bent over position, and I'm going to be using my 5s. So we're going to be doing 8 reps of our rear delt flies. Feet shoulder width apart, fold forward, palms facing in. Just lift your pinky up just slightly. Push the chest out, and let's get ready to fly it up, squeezing the shoulder blades together for 8. Here we go. 8. Remember, keep that pinky lifted. 7. Push the chest out. 6. Squeezing those shoulder blades at the top of the movement. You can do it. 3 more. Exhale up. Inhale down. 1 left. And lower it down. We're going to take this into a 20-second standing calf press. This is just going to give our grip a break. Feet shoulder width apart, hand on your hips, roll the shoulder blades back. Let's go. 20 seconds on the clock. Just raising those heels, breathing through it. Lift up and squeeze. 10 seconds down. We're halfway. Keep it going. Shoulder blades are back. 3, 2, 1. All right, shake it out. Up next, we're going to take this into a staggered deadlift. Now, a couple options here. In the staggered deadlift, I would recommend going lighter weight than what you typically use on your regular feet shoulder width apart deadlift. So, if you feel that you would like to keep this body weight, you can slide your hands down the front of your legs. However, I'm going to be using 15s for this. And you won't be able to get as low in your staggered deadlift as you do with your regular deadlift. That's okay. Grab those 15s or the weight of your choice. Stagger your feet so that the back foot toe is aligned with the front foot arch. Lift the chest. Keep the weights very close to the thighs so that your fingers are just on top of your thighs. And let's hinge forward. We're sliding the hands down the front of the thighs, going down to the mid shin and back up. Press the heels down into the floor, getting that nice big stretch in the hamstrings. And we're going for 6 here. Exhale. Hinge from the hips, push the bum back, keeping the chest out. 2 more. Slide the weights down the front of the body. 1 left. And back up. We're going to switch up that forward foot. Once again, same staggered stance, feet shoulder width apart. The back toe aligns with the front foot arch. Roll the shoulder blades back and down so the chest is lifted. Let's go for 6. Here we go. Keep those weights close to you. Slight bend in the knees and back up. That's it. Sliding down. Push the chest out. Keep the weight nice and tight to the body. Breathing through this. 2 more here. 2. Hinging from the hips, getting that stretch in the hamstring. 1. All right, let's lower it down here. We're going to go into an isometric hold. So for this one, once again, we're going to be in a staggered stance, but this one's going to be a little wider. So from the forward leg heel to my front or to my back leg toe, there's about 6 inches distance between them. I'm going to place my hands on my hips, rolling the shoulder blades back. From here, we're going to sink down slightly to bend the knees. And I want you to imagine that you're pushing the floor inward. Ready? Here we go. Push. So you're pushing and pulling, squeezing. So you're pulling to the center between your feet, holding this position, letting that tension build and relax. Shake it out. We're going to go into another version. We're going to push outward. So we're pushing both feet away from us. Ready? Here we go. Push out and hold. Squeezing. Now this one you're going to feel more in the glute. On that first one, we really felt that hip flexor and adductor, the muscle inside the thigh, doing the work. And relax. All right, let's switch up that forward leg. Switch up your stance. Once again, we're going to go into that pulling position. Sink slightly down. Let's pull inward. Ready? Here we go. Pull. So this is where you're going to feel the hip, the quad, and the adductors doing the work. Really focusing on that muscle contraction here. Nice deep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Our next move, we're going to be pushing outward. So once again, just slightly sink down. Let's push the feet away from you. Here we go. Pushing out. Tension on through that glute and the hamstring. It's like you're pressing the floor away from you. Keep this going. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. We're back to the top, to our bent over rows. Grab one dumbbell. Once again, in that staggered stance. So you can have your hand on the chair, bench, or on your thigh. Push your chest out, lift through the bum. Let's go for 10. Here we go. 10. Keep that elbow in nice and tight. 9. Breathing through it. 8. Squeeze it up. 7. Strong core here. Make sure that you're not twisting. Keep your shoulders and hips square to the floor. That's it. 3 more here. 3, 2, 1. Over to the other side, 10 reps. Staggered stance. Push your chest out. Lift through the bum. Ready? Here we go. 10. Pull. 9. 8. Elbow in nice and tight. Lift that elbow up as high as you can to really retract that shoulder blade. 4 more reps here. 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower it down. We're going to move our bench away to give ourselves a little bit more space. Up next, we're going to take that into that calf press. Feet shoulder width apart. Set the shoulder blades back. Let's go for 20 seconds. Here we go. Lifting up from the heels, squeezing through that lower leg. Breathing through this. You can do it. This is just a chance to catch your breath. Active rest allows for you to rest the muscle, rest your grip, and shake it out. We're back into our staggered deadlift position. Once again, I'm going with my 15s. From here, split stance position. Set the weights in front, shoulder blades back. Let's hinge forward. Here we go. Hinge from the hips for 6. Nice big stretch in those hamstrings. Breathing through this. Brace through the core. Press the heels down. That's it. 2 more on this side. 2. 1 more here. 1. Shake it out. Other side. Switch your foot position. Feet shoulder width apart. Lift through the chest. Let's go for 6. Here we go. 6. Breathing through. 5. Squeezing through the glutes and hamstrings. 4. Get nice and low. Remember, keep that weight close to you. Breathing through. 1 more. And lower it down. Shake it out here. We're going to go back into our rear delt flies. Now on this one, we're going to shake it up a little bit. We're going to do our rear delt flies first and then into a lateral raise. So we're not getting much rest, which is why we did legs in between. So light dumbbells here. Feet shoulder width apart. Fold forward, palms facing in. Lift the bum, push the chest out. Let's go for 8 reps. Remember, pinkies lifted up slightly. Here we go. 8. Squeezing. 7. Breathing through. 6. Abs are in. 5. 4. Really pulling the shoulder blades back and together. 2. And 1. Shake it out. Come up to standing. Feet shoulder width apart. Set your shoulder blades back. Let's go up to the side in a lateral raise. 8 reps. Here we go. 8. Squeezing the shoulder blades together at the top of the movement. You can do it. Exhale. Breathing through. 4. Shoulders should be getting tired here. 3. Keep this going. 2. 1 more here. 1. And lower it down. We're going to take it into our isometric lunge hold. So once again, in that staggered stance position, we're going to push and pull. Ready? Let's go into our push. Here we go. Push into the middle, holding, feeling that hip flexor, quad, and adductor doing the work. 3, 2, 1. Release, shake up the muscles. Let's go into our pull away. Ready? Let's pull. So we're pulling our feet away from the midline. Tension on, really feeling those glutes and hamstrings, holding that isometric contraction. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Let's take it over to the other side. We're pulling into the midline. Ready? Here we go. Push in. That's it. Squeezing, holding that contraction, letting the tension build. Breathing through this. Make sure you're not holding your breath. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. We're going to push away from ourselves. Ready? Here we go. Pressing the feet away, almost like you're going to divide the carpet in half, tearing it in half. Keep the tension on here. Breathing through. 3, 2, 1. And shake it out. Grab a water break here. Now that we've given our grip a little bit of a break, we're going to take this down to the floor. So I'm going to grab my mat. You can also use a beach towel. It's up to you. We're going to be going into chest and triceps. So placing my mat on the floor, I'm going to be using my heaviest dumbbell option for my chest press, but the weight is up to you. So I'm going to be using 25s, but I'm also going to have my 10s and 15s handy for when I need to switch over into doing some arm exercises. So let's lower down. In the standard chest press position, we're going to have our feet flat on the floor, knees bent, elbows will be pointing about 45 degrees away from the torso. From here, we're going to push up and then lower down, focusing on pressing the shoulder blades into the mat. So grab whatever weight you're comfortable with for your chest press. I would recommend a fairly heavy weight for this. Let's lower down, elbows pointed to 45, chest is lifted, shoulder blades are back. Ready? Let's go for 8 reps. Here we go. Press it up. 8. Lower down slow. 7. Try to brace through the core so that you're gently pressing your lower back down into the mat. And that lowering phase should feel like you're resisting against gravity. Breathing through this. Try to press the back of your shoulder blades down into the mat. We've got 2 more here. 2, 1 left, and 1. We're not done with chest press yet though. Bring both weights up. We're going to alternate, right arm down, bring it up, left arm down. Ready? Here we go for 8 reps. 1, other side. 2, slow and controlled. 3, breathing through this. 4, it might feel like your core wants to lean a little bit to the side as you're lowering the weight down. So I want you to, 2 more. I want you to try to offset that leaning position with your core and lower those weights down. We're going to set them aside. For our active rest, we're going to take this into a 20-second glute bridge. So with this one, we're going to walk our feet in a little closer than we normally do with a typical bridge. So right now my feet are actually touching one another. Place your hands at your sides. Let's lift up. So now the knees are flaring slightly outward to the side. Keep your head down. Push your hips up as high as you can. And you're really going to feel this one through the glutes with that slight angle of the legs that we have switching up the regular position. Keep breathing through this. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. And lower it down. Up next, we're going to take this into a skull crusher. So for this one, we're going to be in that regular position with the legs, but we're going to lower down above the head and then press it up. So for this, I'm going to be using 2 15-pound dumbbells. Select your weight accordingly. And I prefer to use dumbbells for this exercise than a barbell, which is very typical. Bring those weights together. Bring your arms overhead so that your hands are over top of your forehead. So there's an angle in your arms here. Ready? Let's lower down. Touch down to the mat. So the heads of the dumbbells will touch down and then press up. What I prefer about using dumbbells here is that in a barbell press, oftentimes we lack the flexibility to have our shoulders rotated outward to hold our palms facing up the entire time. And sometimes that can feel a little uncomfortable for the shoulders. So dumbbells are the perfect way to do this exercise that's a little bit more flexibility friendly. 1 more here. Press it up and bring your weights in over top of your rib cage. We're going to bring it down, touch to the rib cage, and press back up. Let's go for 8. Here we go. Really tiring out those triceps. Nice and slow. 1. Bring it down. 2. Keep the elbows in nice and tight here. Breathing through this. You can do it. Squeeze it up. Pushing through. 2 left, 2 left. Arms should be getting tired. 1 more here. And lower it down. We're going to switch back for 1 more round, starting with chest press. Grab those heavier weights. If your arms are feeling fatigued, you can lower your weight down a little bit, but try to push yourself on these chest presses here. Elbows pointed to 45 degrees, shoulder blades back and down. Let's press it up for 8. Here we go. 8. Remember, slow on that lowering. And that's going to feel a lot tougher now that we've really tired out our triceps. Slow and controlled. Focusing on that lowering phase. That's it. 4 more. You can do it. Breathe. Exhale on the up. Inhale on the down. There's 2 left. You got this. Remember, we're not done with our chest press yet. So let's press it up. We're going to alternate for 8 reps. Let's go right arm down. Here we go. Right. Press it up. Left. That's it. You can do it. Right. Slow and controlled. Left. Arms should be fatiguing. That's okay. Keep pushing right to the end here. You can do it. 2 left. 2 left. You've got this. And lower it down. You can set those weights aside. We're going to take this into our glute bridge. So once again, my feet are a little closer together than they normally would be in the bridge. Hands are down on either side. Let's lift up. Knees are slightly flared out. Lift your hips up as high as you can and try to squeeze your butt cheeks together. Breathing through this. Focus on the glutes here. We're giving that upper body a break. This one is all about that lower body. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Our last 2 moves here. Skull crushers, close grip press, and then we're going to stretch it out. So grab your weight, lower down, feet flat on the floor. Bring those dumbbells together and then pull them back. So right now my arms are straight and my hands are over my forehead. Ready? Let's lower down for 8 reps. Keeping those elbows in. Here we go. Nice and slow here. 8. Really pressing up, squeezing through the back of the upper arm. These reps should be slow and controlled. Really keeping that tension on through the triceps. Breathing through. 2 more, 2 more. You can do it. We're almost there. 1 left. All right, bring it over the rib cage. Let's press up and down for 8. Last 8. Here we go. 8. Keeping the elbows in nice and tight. 7. Slow. 6. Breathing through. 5. Bring it down to the rib cage. 4. Exhale on the way up. 3. Inhale on the way down. You're almost there. 2. 1 left. 1. Whew. Lower it down. We're going to stretch it out. Starting off with our glutes. Take that right leg, cross it over the left leg, turning the knee out. Loop your hands behind your left thigh, and then relax your head and shoulders down to the mat. Shoulder blades are down. Breathe. Relaxing through the upper body as much as you can. And lower that side down. Let's take it over to that left leg. Cross left over right. Push the heel out, turning the knee out. Loop your hands behind. And then pull that leg in toward you. Relaxing in your breathing. Really stretching through those glutes. Keep the shoulders as relaxed as you can. I know it can be hard when they're working on pulling forward. But just try to relax those shoulder blades down to the mat so they're not up next to your ears. And lower that side down. Let's take this up to a seated position, stretching out our hamstrings, extending that right leg out, tucking the left leg in, just gently roll forward. And now the stretch in the hamstring is totally up to you. For me, I just go to the mid shin. If you can only go to your knee, that's okay. If you can go further than shin, that's okay. If you can go all the way to your toes, that's okay too. Do whatever feels right to get that stretch in the back of the thigh for your level of flexibility. And lift it up. Let's take it over to the other side. Extending left leg out, leaning forward through that upper body. Just go down as far as what your flexibility allows. Nice big exhale, relaxing through those shoulders. Controlled breathing here. And let's bring that leg in. We're gonna crisscross here, lift up through the chest. Let's rotate to the side. The outside of your pinky finger is going to press against the thigh. Try to lift your chest. Imagine that there's a string pulling your chest up toward the ceiling, twisting through the spine, lifting the chest and the shoulders to pull the shoulder blades back and down. And exhale, rotate back to center. Let's take it over to the other side. Rotate. Once again, lift through the chest. Resist your hand against the outside of your thigh. And remember to imagine that string pulling your chest up toward the ceiling. But try to keep your neck in a neutral position so the head's not bobbing forward. We're keeping our chin parallel to the floor. And let's rotate back to center. From here, let's stretch out the shoulders. Take your right arm, cross it over the chest, take that other arm and pull in. Now with this one, try to relax, drop the shoulders down. Pull your arm in just a little bit tighter as you feel that release in the front of the shoulders. Inhale, exhale. Shake out that side. Let's take it over to the other arm. Pull that arm across, anchor it down with the right arm, pulling in toward the chest. Remember, we don't want our arms creeping up near our shoulders or shoulders up near our ears. So we're going to drop them down, exhale, and try to pull that arm in a little bit tighter if you can. Really elongating through the front of the shoulder blade. Breathing through. And relax it down. We're going to stretch out our neck. So from here, tilt your head to the side and take your other hand. Now from here, we're going to do something a little different than we normally do. Palm up, and we're going to rotate outward away from the torso. So we're opening through the chest, and the head remains tilted to the side, really lengthening through the side of the neck. Inhale. Exhale. And just lower that side down, lift the neck up, shake out the shoulders. Let's take it over to the other side. Lean the head down toward the side, flip your palm up, and then rotate that hand away so that your elbow stays nice and tight to your torso, but you're rotating through the shoulder. Really lengthening through the neck and the traps. Nice deep breathing here. And rotate back in, lifting the head up. We're all done for today. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I hope you have a great day. See you later.